I'm George R.R. Martin, and let's see, I've written some stuff. A Song of Ice and Fire. I know it's 14 years late. Please, don't. I'm working on it, and but I took this weekend off to be here. So.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Advocate, and today I'm an advocate for vlogging my 2025 Seattle WorldCon experience. Tomorrow, I, for the first time in my life, meet George R.R. Martin and Brandon Sanderson and Robin Hobb. I know, this is pretty great. This is my first ever book convention that I'm going to. I'm pretty excited. George R.R. Martin is my favorite author, if you guys couldn't tell based on all the content that I've created for this BookTube Advocate channel, and I finally get to meet him. So this is just kind of going to be a vlog style video with regards to my experience here at Seattle WorldCon. No idea how it's going to go, no idea what to expect for tomorrow and then also Saturday. Actually, Seattle WorldCon has been going on since Wednesday, but each day that you attend costs $70. And I really only wanted to go to see George R.R. Martin and Brandon Sanderson, so I'm only really going there tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, and then WorldCon ends on Sunday, but I'm not going to be there for Sunday, so really I'm only there for 2 of the 5 days. But yeah, so I'm going to take the A Night of the Seven Kingdoms book that I have and have him sign that for me during the autographs, because he's doing autograph sessions tomorrow at around 5 p.m. I think. I need to double check the schedule. And then Robin Hobb, who I actually have not read. I convinced my friend Becky from Becky Does Blog to read these Robin Hobb books, and she's read the first one, Assassin's Apprentice, which I heard she really, really liked. And now I'm like, oh, I feel like a hypocrite because I told her to read them, and I haven't read them myself. So, but I'm going to meet Robin Hobb tomorrow, so I'm going to have her sign Assassin's Apprentice for me and then be like, hey, Robin, I totally really want to read your books, but I haven't read them yet. Hope you don't hate me, but please sign my book. So I'm pretty excited. Fonda Lee, actually, the writer of Jade City, Jade War, and Jade Legacy, the Greenbone trilogy, she's actually going to be there at Seattle WorldCon. Hopefully I get a chance to meet her, and if I do, I'm going to take Jade City for her to sign. And then on Saturday, Brandon Sanderson will be there, and I'm going to ask Brandon Sanderson if he can sign Wind and Truth for me. I've yet to read it, but I'm going to have Brandon Sanderson sign it during his autograph sessions on Saturday. So I hope it goes well. I don't know. I have a feeling that I'm kind of hyping myself up too much for it. I've also heard, from multiple people that they always say never meet your heroes. Something tells me that, maybe it's not going to be what I think it is, and it's probably going to be a letdown, and, it's not going to be that great, but we'll see. I'm just going to go in with an open mind. Whatever happens, happens, and hopefully it's a fun time. Hey guys, this is The Advocate here at Seattle WorldCon. Today is the morning of Friday, August 15th, 2025, and yeah, I'm here at WorldCon. It's a little bit empty right now as the place is yet to officially open. I mean, there's a couple panels going on, but the actual merchandise room where all the people will be selling their merch doesn't open here until 10 a.m. and it's currently 9:30 a.m. So, still got a little bit more of an uptick here later on, but yeah, I'm still excited. I'm excited to, the first event I'm going to is at 10:30 a.m. where I'm going to hopefully get my book Assassin's Apprentice signed by Robin Hobb. And then after that, I've got a couple panels I want to attend to, most of them pertaining to George R.R. Martin, because again, he's my favorite author. And yeah, we'll see what happens here later in the day.
So despite me arriving about half an hour early to Robin Hobb's autograph session, there was actually already quite a bit of a line waiting for her to sign their books. Now, the line wasn't as bad as some of the later lines I would experience here at WorldCon, but it definitely was something I would have to get used to pretty quickly.
Hey guys, Advocate here in the dealer's room of the Seattle WorldCon. I just wanted to let you guys know that I officially met Robin Hobb. Oh my gosh, she is super sweet, very wonderful and kind-hearted person. She had a pretty long line, so I try not to take up too much of her time, but she signed my book. I'll show a picture here of my signed Robin Hobb Assassin's Apprentice book, and yeah, she was really, really cool. I'm super excited to have met her. I look forward to reading her books for the first time ever. It's going to be really cool. And yeah, it's Seattle WorldCon has definitely picked up.
I'd also be remiss if I didn't talk about all the amazing people I met during my time at WorldCon. Starting with Kyle from Read by Kyle. Dude, if you're watching this, thank you so much for letting me fifth wheel with you and the crew whenever I would run into you guys. You're one cool dude, Kyle. Thanks for being a real bro. And of course, Bookborn as well. I ran into her and fantasy author Zach Argyle quite a bit during my time this weekend, and even though they were pretty busy bouncing around from panel to panel, I appreciate them letting me bug them every time I crossed paths with them. So after hanging around the dealer's room for a bit, I attended a panel featuring Robin Hobb, Fonda Lee, Neri Niven, Peter O'Rulian, Terry Brooks, and Stephen R. Donaldson, as they each discussed why each of them decided to pursue fantasy and make a living out of it. It was a pretty cool discussion and I was really grateful to be in attendance for it. However, I also wanted to attend the panel that was to take place soon afterward, featuring Brandon Sanderson, George R.R. Martin, Robin Hobb, Rebecca Roanhorse, and Ryan Cahill, as they discussed the current landscape of science fiction and fantasy. So after getting kicked out of the previous panel, I re-queued outside in this long line to get back in the ballroom and hear these fantasy legends discuss just that. Here are a few of the video snippets that I took during my time at the panel there.
Hi, I'm George R.R. Martin, and let's see, I've written some stuff. A Song of Ice and Fire. I know it's 14 years late. Please, I'm working on it, and but I took this weekend off to be here. So.
My drive is to explore people who are different from myself and do the best job I can exploring the world from their eyes. And so it's kind of an odd thing, but I think one of my biggest takeaways is if I'm going to write an atheist really well. And then hopefully the atheist will write theists really well, and then together we'll have dialogue through steelman arguments and arrive at being better people all around. So that's my take on it.
Hey guys, Advocate from the future here. So this whole panel was actually hosted and produced as part of the SFF Addicts podcast. Hopefully it'll be released sometime later this week so you guys can hear the full discussion, as I thought it was a really interesting episode. That said, as has been famously discussed online, there was a Q&A session at the end of this podcast. Now I'm not sure if it'll make it into the official episode, but I'll quickly share what happened. As the event wrapped up, the host took 2 final questions. I was the second to last question, and I asked both Brandon Sanderson and Ryan Cahill if whether you're pursuing indie or hybrid publishing, is getting a literary agent still your best avenue for success? Both Ryan and Brandon kindly answered my question, saying that while having a good agent can be great, it's not absolutely vital for publishing a successful book. So I asked my question, and you can actually find video and audio of me asking this question, albeit poorly filmed video. And I will not be linking that video here because the individual who filmed this video was also the same person who asked George the highly insensitive question about his mortality and whether or not someone would finish the books in his place. Now, I completely understand everyone's frustration with The Winds of Winter. I would love for The Winds of Winter to be released, but that is still no excuse for this person's behavior and asking George straight up to his face that, well, you're not going to be around for much longer, George. Not cool at all. The podcast immediately cut this person off, and the entire room, myself included, booed this person out of the panel. Now, for his part, George didn't look to be too fazed by this question, but he was also in a hurry to get out of this panel and make it to his autograph sessions, as his autographs were going to start 30 minutes after the end of this panel. As far as the individual responsible for this incident goes, this person had kind of a manic energy going off about them, rambling incessantly about auditioning for the part of Visenya Targaryen and knowing Martin Scorsese, so they seemed to be struggling with some kind of mental illness. Despite this, that is no excuse for that kind of behavior. So, that's all I'm going to say on this, guys. I hope this person gets the mental help they need to stop pestering George and saying awful things to him. And more importantly, I hope that George knows that deep down, his fans really love him and appreciate him. Alright, back to the video.
Hey guys, good to see you again. I know I've not been doing a super good job here of documenting my experience here at Seattle WorldCon. It's just super busy all the time, just a lot of panels that you have to kind of go through. And, you know, if you don't immediately leave one panel to go to the next panel, then you have a chance of not being able to enter into that panel and get seating. So it's been kind of just rush, but just wanted to get on here to let you guys know that I finally met George R.R. Martin. Oh my gosh, it was something that I've long been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm so happy I finally got to do it. I was actually at a panel of his prior to his autograph signing. I will say George being on that panel, he did have a little bit of kind of manic old man energy. He was kind of interrupting other people and going off topic, but I can tell he meant well and he was doing his best. But at the end of the day, I finally got to meet George R.R. Martin, and he got to finally sign my copy of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Woo! They were kind of rushing us through the line and letting us know that we weren't allowed to kind of linger with him. So kind of assembly line style, you just would sign your book and you had to get out of the line so that all 300 people in line could get a chance to get a photo op and an autograph from George R.R. Martin. But despite that, I was still able to get a few quick words in with George, and I basically told him that, George, you're my favorite author. I'm so grateful for you and all you've done, not just within A Song of Ice and Fire, but also within Fever Dream and Windhaven. And he was like, oh, thank you. It's good to hear that those books are still remembered. So that was really nice. That was really cool. Just kind of a touching, I know, really quick 5-second moment, but it was really still really cool to get to meet my favorite author and to exchange a few pleasantries, a few words with him. So all in all, that experience within and of itself was worth the $70 and was worth being here at WorldCon, despite the fact that my whole day here at WorldCon was pretty good too, not just George R.R. Martin. So looking forward to seeing what else is to come. I actually did meet Read by Kyle, another booktuber from YouTube here at WorldCon. I also met Bookborn, super cool, her and her husband, really awesome people, really sweet people. I hope we get a chance to see them and meet them again, because it's kind of just been, touch and go, kind of just being like a hi, goodbye kind of thing, but hopefully I get to see them again. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to see what's to come.
So I did in fact get to see them again for a bit at Bookborn's panel, alongside Palmer Pickering, Joe Byrne, and fellow booktuber John Mitten from Talking Story, who I actually had a good chance to converse with him the following day with him and Jonathan, this aspiring writer, with regards to running a booktube channel and how that works with working with aspiring writers. And it was really, really wonderful. As far as this panel goes, it was pretty great and informative, especially for someone like myself who is aspiring to be a bigger booktuber. So it was really good, really informative. I'm not sure if they will post the entire panel later up on YouTube, but I thought it was well worth the watch and or listen. So good job, Bookborn, Talking Story, everyone involved. I'm really happy for you guys. Nice work.
Hey guys, it's currently Saturday, August 16th, 2025, and I'm here for my second day at Seattle WorldCon. I'm here to go to the panel where Fonda Lee is going to do a reading of one of her upcoming books, I believe.
Arch of quartz-speckled black marble that curves over Isako like the transcribed orbit of a moon as she walks through the cavernous entranceway. All eyes on the future. It reminds Isako of Astrocom's mission slogan.
Hey guys, Advocate here. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I just got out of Fonda Lee's reading for her upcoming book that's going to be released next year. Super cool person, super cool author. I'm really glad I got a chance to officially meet Fonda Lee in person. I also got her to sign my book, Jade City. Similar to my run-in with Robin Hobb yesterday, where I have not yet read Assassin's Apprentice, I've yet to read Jade City, but it's on my to-read list, and I definitely do really want to read that and the entire Greenbone trilogy. I asked her if she could autograph my book, despite it not being her official autograph signing period. Her autograph signing period does conflict with Brandon Sanderson's reading, and I was just like, oh, I'm not going to be like, I'm Brandon Sanderson's reading. I really want to go to that. So, but she was really cool and kind about it, and she signed that book. So yeah, it was awesome. Looking forward to reading her books. Really cool author, and I'm hopefully looking forward to reading more of her books that are not just within the Greenbone trilogy. But next up will be Brandon Sanderson's reading, which is at 3 p.m., and then his signing, which is at 5 p.m. So I'm excited for what's to come. And one thing I did want to mention is that even though so when you're in a large space like the dealer's room, all the crazy amount of people that are here, it doesn't seem like a lot. But whenever everyone is in line for the exact same readings and the exact same events, that's when you realize, like, oh, there's a lot of people here. And it gets pretty crazy. So yeah, it's hectic. But I guess it's a good thing. It's a good thing that so many people are interested in science fiction and fantasy books. And it's a good thing that, we're all interested in these things. So still looking forward for what's to come. And I'll catch you guys then. Hey guys, checking back in here on Saturday here at WorldCon, and I've met someone really cool here called Gryftkin. Gryftkin, how's it been here at WorldCon? This is your 4th day here, correct?
4th day, but this is my first con ever. I have decided that 3-day cons are better.
Yeah, just looking at your face and Bookborn and Kyle, I can tell you guys are kind of running on empty here.
Yeah, mentally I'm good. I'm loving this. My feet quit 2 days ago.
Yeah, no, it's exhausting. I mean, just running around between all these different panels and then these 12-hour days, running on how much sleep are you running on?
Oh, probably about 6-7 hours a night.
Gotcha. And real quick, just what's been your favorite part of WorldCon these past 4 days?
I'll make this fast. For anybody who doesn't know, I do author interviews. I came to WorldCon because there is a ton of authors here that I've had on, but I never got to meet before. I finally get to meet them face to face. My life is surreal. I was just telling him a little minute ago that I found myself standing there earlier, and I got Elizabeth Bear, Scott Lynch, Holly Black, and Sarah Reese Brennan all standing. We're just having a conversation, and all of a sudden I
Wow.
realize we're not even at a panel. We're just chilling. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're just kind of walking around, chilling here, like a very chill atmosphere here at WorldCon, where you could just, go up and meet these authors, and they'll just have a conversation with you as if as
John
no big deal.
Scalzi is everywhere.
Oh my gosh,
I've seen him every day somewhere.
cool. Well, Gryftkin, thanks for your time, man, and hope to run into you here again.
It's been a blast.
Yeah. Hey guys, just wanted to give you a status update. I was not able to get to the reading for Brandon Sanderson's upcoming book, Ghost Bloods. I learned that it was going to spoil stuff from Mistborn Era 2 as it had stuff for Mistborn Era 3 involved, so I decided to skip it. So I went ahead to try to get in line for Brandon Sanderson's autograph signing. Unfortunately, and I was not informed of this, they were giving out tickets earlier in the day to people who wanted to sign up for Brandon Sanderson's autograph session. If you showed up, even if you showed up early, as I did, I showed up an hour and a half prior to his signing, which was to take place at 4:30. I showed up 3 p.m. They said, no, you're done. Can't get tickets. It's like, oh, well, can we wait around here a little bit longer after all the tickets have been? Because 250 people got tickets. After all those people sign, can we wait and he'll sign more? And the lady, she was pretty rude. She was like, no, sorry, like, we gave away the tickets that we're going to give out. It's like, well, why wasn't this announced? Oh, if you got here earlier today, you would have known. But otherwise, nope, sorry, no announcement. It's like so like matter of fact. And it just really left a sour taste in my mouth. I was kind of disappointed. I really was looking forward to meeting Brandon. I know he's got to do this. I know I completely am cognizant of the fact that he's got thousands and thousands, millions of fans around the world that want to get a signature, that want to get pictures with him. I don't know. I was just hoping that there was going to be an announcement, but the whole way it was handled just really left a sour taste in my mouth. I was not at all happy, and I don't know if you can hear my voice. I'm kind of upset, pretty upset, but it is what it is. At least I got to see Fonda Lee, who was super sweet, and her panel, amazing panel. I'm super looking forward to her book. I still need to read the Greenbone trilogy. And yeah, so now I'm just going to try to figure out what else there is to do here. Brandon Sanderson's autograph signing was pretty much the last thing I had in my schedule here for things to do during this Saturday here at WorldCon. Besides that, I don't really know what else there is. So I might sneak into a panel, or I might call it a day. So I'll report back later to you guys to see what happened.
Elmo! Thought you said you wouldn't compete against her.
Someone's got to show this woman her place. Might as well be me.
Howard had no money, and he was in Austin, and he couldn't get to the bank. Sifwa was trying to drop him.
So I actually did wind up sticking around for one more panel, and that was George R.R. Martin's showing of the 3 short movies he helped create that were based on Howard Waldrop's short stories. They were actually pretty fun. They were pretty good. They were pretty decent. I mean, it wasn't anything that I would say like it's worth going out of your way to see, but the last one, The Ugly Chickens, was pretty cute. It was a pretty cute one, so I'm glad I saw it. And then at the end, people just started asking George R.R. Martin questions. They did ask that the questions please be on topic. That's probably in response to that dumb question from yesterday's panel, but anyway, most of the questions were related to Howard Waldrop and the short story creation process and all that fun stuff. So it was good. It was good to see his short stories. It was good to see George one last time. He actually walked by me as he was leaving. So real quick, as he was walking by, I just said to him like, "Hey George, Howard must have been really grateful to have a friend like you." And he just said, "Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for saying that." And he walked into the exit, and then his assistant would just said to me real quick, like, "Thank you so much." And so they just walked out. So that was really nice. Yeah, I got to have one last, albeit like 5-second interaction with George, but that was really nice. So all in all, that does kind of flip this day into more of a positive. So yeah, now I'm gonna drive home and probably film a closing segment for this. So thanks for joining me for this. It was a mostly good time here at Seattle WorldCon. I probably won't go again, but we'll see.
So that about does it, friends and comrades. With exception of one unpleasant interaction and
a few instances of poor communication between staff and attendees, I very much had a good time at Seattle WorldCon. The highlight for me, again, was definitely meeting my favorite author, George R.R. Martin, as he's been the inspiration for this YouTube channel. George, if for some reason you're watching this video, thank you so much. Thank you for everything you've done. You truly are an inspiration to so many of us. Your stories, your life, everything. Thank you. And thank you, Kyle, Jake, John, Jonathan, Gryftkin, Bookborn, and Zach. It was honestly really great to meet you guys, and if you ever find yourselves within the Seattle city limits, definitely hit me up. And to all of you watching, thank you guys so very much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, The Advocate, out.